here is video number 2, which will probably actually be the first video that goes up and not the short one I just shot. This is essentially a channel update. I've made a decision. It's not going to be directly dog training stuff all the time anymore. I am going to go into more disability lifestyle stuff. Not to the extent some of these disabled influencers have, not by a long shot, since I only update this channel once a week, or I've been trying to, but frankly, between you and me, I've had a really hard time coming up with ideas, and which is part of the reason I'm changing it. But I just shot a video explaining what my next training going forward for Zoom will be. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start shifting this channel basically over to like disability lifestyle stuff, and how my disability essentially is affecting my life now. I mentioned in a previous video, I'm trying to start dating again, which, as I mentioned in that video, has been easier said than done. I've had limited success with stuff. I may not go completely into detail about hiring the matchmaker and stuff like that, which that's a long-term thing. It's going to be quite pricey, and it's like doing the dog stuff. It's gonna be a long-term thing, and I'll just like put stuff towards it as I have the money for it. And that is one of the things I'm working on. Over the past, when did I start this? I would say over the past, at least the past year or so, I've been working with some passive income stuff, mostly because it gives me enough extra money to be able to keep my bank account happy, spend the money I want to spend, while still being able to pay my bills without maxing out my bank account. So I'm happy with how that's been going, but it's not enough money to get me off government assistance. It doesn't continuously provide enough income to get me off government assistance. If it was continuous amounts of money, like every few weeks or every few months, I might be able to get off my government assistance. But I'm not ready to do that unless I really had a solid backup plan, since I obviously cannot get a job, at least not to the point where I would be happy doing it 6 days a week for a reliable paycheck. But yeah, I've essentially been playing games for money, and I still do surveys and stuff. And I've been using a cashback app. I found a really good one, but it's slow. Unless I think the most I made at one shot was maybe $15, $13-15 over the course of several weeks. Like I said, payouts for certain things is maybe, if you're lucky, it's maybe 50 cents a day. And I've also tied in my store purchases into this as well, so I'm getting cash back on those. But that's part of what I'm using to pay for the matchmaking stuff, which I'm hoping I can get the money together by the end of the year, so I can like hire the matchmaker and at least go on one date. So we'll see how that goes, and that's kind of my backup plan, but it's gonna take a while. I'm putting some of my money that's just out of my standard income for the month towards this, but it's maybe only $100 a month. I've also started budgeting, which I did after I've blasted through my my bank account with the app purchases, which I was trying to like do some of these gaming apps, and I was putting too much money into them, more than I was getting out of it. So I think probably either doing money for surveys or cash back is probably a better idea, because I don't have to put any money into it. So, but that's kind of what I'm doing to finance anything extra. And like I said, I do have to take Zoom to the vet. So some of the money I have saved, I'm going to put towards that vet bill, which if I'm lucky, it's going to be under, well, I doubt it's going to be under $100 since he needs a bath and a brush out. So, I mean, it's going to be at least 60, 70 plus his anal glands, which is going to be 40. So I can, so that's kind of what I'm doing. That's what I'm happy doing, because it's challenging for me to run these games and see if I can do it in the time allotted. And it makes my brain work when I want, and I can get paid for doing it. So that's one way I'm making enough money that I can actually pay for things other than my bills and my groceries. So, I told my dad, I said, I need to get a nest egg going, particularly if I end up getting married or moving out. I'm gonna need extra money anyway. I'd like to start investing, but at this point I can't really do that because I don't have enough money consistently to put into it. So I am going to work on my passive income stuff, which I do every day, even if I'm just pulling maybe a few cents at a time. I've only checked a couple of my other ones today, but we'll see how that goes. And that's pretty much where I am as far as things go with this channel, and I am going to leave it there. And when I have another update, I'm probably going to put this under the day in a life vlog. I may, the playlist, I may end up making a different playlist for it later. But for right now, this is going under the day in a life thing. I don't really want to put it on the odds and ends because I don't really want to put this under the miscellaneous because I want it to be its own thing on the channel. So I will see you guys in the next one and keep you updated as things happen.